What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a video about Battlefield 2042's last update before Season 7, Battlefield 2042 Update 6.4.0. As of this video, the update is not released. It is coming out on Wednesday, the 28th. I am not going to lie to you guys, this is kind of a nothing burger update, and when I mean nothing burger, I mean there is literally almost nothing worth talking about in this update, but one of my jobs as a YouTuber is, I guess, inform people what's going on with the game, and people tend to like the update videos, so I'm going to try to keep things concise. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitch. I stream every single day at twitch.tv/enders, first link in the description. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, all the good things. All the links can be found in the description, and if you're part of the notification squad, I really appreciate you guys. Turn YouTube notifications on if you have not already. Before we get into the patch notes themselves, I want to play you guys something else DICE showed us today, which is, I believe, either an Easter egg or a teaser for Battlefield 2042 Season 7, so here it is.
Democratic stability has plummeted in recent months, with multiple nations across the globe seeing sudden totalitarian takeovers. This has sent ripples through many political alliances, as economic growth elsewhere changes the balance of power between East and West. While some analysts see the uprisings as a sort of social contagion, others have pointed to the sheer efficiency of these coups as a sign of more coordinated endeavors.
To be honest with you guys, I don't really think anyone cares about what that was, whether it be an Easter egg or a teaser for Season 7. It's kind of just boring whenever they release backstory or quote-unquote lore for seasons, like anyone cares about the lore of Battlefield 2042 in the first place. But that is what we got, so I guess here we are. Moving on to Update 6.4 and the patch notes. The first thing they mention in the changelog is the fact that they're recycling one of the events. Essentially, Control Mode is back, ladies and gentlemen. I know Control Mode in Battlefield 2042 is a bit of a fan favorite, so if you enjoyed that mode, it is back, of course, for a limited time only. And the reward for this returning event is a Avances skin. It's not a terrible skin, it's actually pretty interesting, so if you guys like the Avances, maybe play the event. The next thing DICE mentions in these patch notes is the updates to persistent servers and how they function in Battlefield 2042. This is, of course, referring to persistent servers in Battlefield Portal, and going forward, if Battlefield 2042 doesn't have an active season, all custom experiences created within Portal will benefit from persistent servers for 2 days, whereas previously this wasn't possible. And during an active season, if you are a Battle Pass owner, you will still benefit from the 7 days of server persistence. Them mentioning that if a Battlefield 2042 season isn't active, you will now get, server persistence, that kind of foreshadows to me that Season 8 is definitely going to be the last season, because why else would they add this functionality super late into the game? Does anyone else think that? Like, guys, hello? Moving on to other things they mentioned, the improvements to the aircraft gunner directional HUD, which is of course the thing that shows the pilot where the gunner is aiming. They are making further improvements to that, and you can now toggle between different modes. They've added default, legacy, and quote-unquote both, which allows you to access both elements of default and legacy. Legacy, of course, refers to the UIs used by previous titles, and default is 2042's standard HUD. And just to clarify, this is for aircraft and not infantry. The differences between default and legacy are as follows. Apparently, legacy shows the gunner's pitch and yaw while using an animated triangle instead of a larger rectangular box, and 2042's HUD shows the weapon barrel pointing to the gunner's direction. In order to select which one you want, the functionality will be titled in the options as Helicopter Gunner View. And one final thing for helicopters, specifically the impact point for the UI HUD, this shows you where your bullets are actually going when you're flying in a helicopter or shooting at something. You can now essentially just change that crosshair to a cross, a plus, a circle, or disable the crosshair entirely. This can be found in the crosshair options menu. And then right below these changes, they list this strange paragraph, which I guess is supposed to be some sort of foreshadowing for Season 7, and it goes as follows. Quote, news channels from around the world are reporting the information of redacted. Conflicting reports from various networks paint different pictures of the impact this coalition will have on the future of our world. Stay tuned for the latest updates as the situation develops. So this is absolutely pointing to whoever they're going to sort of hype up in Season 7, whoever the bad guys of Season 7 are, the Coalition. And let me just stop you right there, Dice. I'm here to tell you that no one cares about that, and we just want some content, because I think it's been 5 months since the last content drop. Yeah, like 5 months. So, guys, can we not do that? Now, moving on to the specific patch notes themselves, this is where the nothing burger sort of hits. Guys, when I say that there is very little to talk about here, I am not exaggerating. First of all, there are only 2 sections, AI Soldier General Improvements and Vehicles, and there are just so little things of substance here. So we'll start out with this one. They resolved an issue that resulted in some players experiencing a permanent black screen while playing Breakthrough. I have personally never experienced this, and I pretty much exclusively play Breakthrough. One of the only changes worth mentioning in this entire patch notes is the fact that they have finally resolved an issue where if you pressed the right click in quick succession on a weapon during the deploy screen, it would result in selecting the weapons underneath it, which made you spawn with the wrong weapon. I cannot tell you how many times I wanted to select, let's say, the M5A3 or the SCAR or the AC9, and I end up with some random other weapon, even a sniper, which is an entire different category, and I just get caught off guard, and most of the time I just die. Ammo and medical pouches are now completely resupplied from Angel's loadout crate, and they fixed some scenarios where Dozer using a zipline while holding their shield would result in them not making it to the end of the zipline, and in some cases, actually instantly dying. But to be perfectly honest, if you play Dozer, I kinda don't want you to make it to the end of the zipline in the first place, and I actually prefer if you fall off. Am I just preying on their downfall? I probably am. The scatter grenade should now correctly track its progression, and they always throw one of these in. Quote, the penguins got their highlighter pens out, and your chosen custom player color will now apply to the squad and player's screen, as well as your gadget icon. If you didn't know, you can actually select your own color for your own name in the game now. Yes, that's correct. If you want to be pink, you can be pink. And the last few things worth mentioning, albeit very minor in this section, is they fixed something to do with the medical pouch unlock displaying incorrectly. So if you were trying to unlock it, if you were confused as to whether or not you weren't getting it, now you should be able to see very clearly if you have it or not. And they fixed various bugs having to do with the Wildcat audio and some EMP effects. So that is pretty much it for the AI Soldier and General Improvement section. Moving on to the Vehicles section. Again, they reiterate that they added legacy options to the Gunner Directional HUD, and you can, of course, select between default, legacy, and using both. They added the ability to define the color and shape of the impact point, which again I already fucking described. I don't know why I'm reading this. They updated missing vehicle icons, and the gunner camera on stealth helicopters will no longer reset to a default position when entering the seat. This means that if you are solo seating and you're using both seats, say in a one-on-one helicopter fight, you can switch to the driver's seat and then switch back to the gunner seat, and the position of the gun will not reset to center, which is actually more useful than it sounds. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this patch. Yes, we are not getting a patch until Season 7 drops, most likely in mid to late March. I'd be very surprised if they did early March. And yeah, we're just stuck with Battlefield 2042 in its current state for probably roughly another month. This update, just nothing. Did you listen to me talk in the video? Comment down below if you did. Literally almost nothing worth mentioning. It is very depressing. They have not addressed mouse input. Bro, dude, can they just fix mouse input? Like, if they just fix mouse input, this game becomes roughly 50 times more enjoyable, but they just don't, and the game will feel the same until the game just fades out into nothingness when the next Battlefield game releases. So yeah, I'll stop yapping. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and make sure to turn notifications on. I really do appreciate you guys. I would like to see the notification number on the channel go a little up, so if you watch the content regularly, be sure to turn notifications on. I would really appreciate that, and thank you if you do. Also, follow the Twitch channel. I stream every single day at twitch.tv/enders. I might play some Helldivers 2. I'm going to play the final Season 2 when it comes out, and I'm going to play some other games that I completely forgot. Delta Force, maybe, I think it's called. So keep on the lookout for that, and I will see you guys later.